We often think no receipt means no cost, but economists count the value of what you gave up, even naps, volunteer hours, or using your own equipment, because every choice has a cost. Let's break down what you really paid. In this video, you will learn how economists define cost, how opportunity cost shapes decisions, and how to calculate total economic cost using explicit and implicit costs. Economists define cost as the value of resources you give up to produce something or do an activity. That includes both the money you pay and the best alternative you did not choose. The value of that alternative is called opportunity cost. So, how does this play out in real decisions? When options are mutually exclusive, choosing one means losing the other. The lost benefits of the next best choice become part of your cost. Now, let's break the cost into its two main parts. First, there are explicit costs. These are dollar payments for resources, wages, utilities, equipment, or rent. If something has a clear market value, economists treat it as an explicit cost. There would be a price tag if you looked it up. But not all costs come with a receipt. There are also implicit costs. These are the opportunity costs of using your own resources. No cash leaves your wallet, but you still give up the value of your next best alternative, like your time, a machine's downtime, or space you could have rented out. When economists calculate cost, they include both pieces together. Total economic cost equals explicit cost plus implicit cost. Let's work through an example. You start a weekend taco truck. You pay $300 for a permit and $200 for ingredients. These are explicit costs. You also skip 5 hours at your campus job that pays $14 an hour, giving up $70. You use your own cooler that could be rented for $10. These are implicit costs. Total economic cost is 300 plus 200 plus 70 plus 10, which equals $580. A common mistake is to ignore implicit costs when no cash is spent, but the value of what you give up still matters. Economists consider both to see the full picture. So far, we have covered that economic cost equals what you pay plus what you give up. Ready to lock it in? Tap the link for study guides and flashcards on this topic, so you can keep learning without missing a beat. Now let's apply the model to a daily choice. You attend a 2-hour exam review instead of taking a tutoring shift that pays $20 per hour. Your explicit cost is $0. Your implicit cost is $40, the pay you gave up. If you also bought a $5 bus pass to get to campus, that $5 is explicit. Your total economic cost combines both what you pay and what you give up, $45 in this case. Let's look at another example. A founder pays $30 for a software subscription. They also give up 3 hours of freelance work at $35 per hour to set things up. Total economic cost for this setup is 30 plus 105, which equals $135. Some situations are less obvious, so here are 2 tricky cases. First, barter. If you trade camera gear for studio time worth $60 in the market, that counts as explicit cost. Second, downtime. Taking a machine offline for maintenance may cost no cash, but the lost output is an implicit cost. So how do you make sure you calculate this correctly every time? Here is a reliable method. First, List all dollar payments. Second, identify your next best alternative. Third, estimate the value of what you gave up. Fourth, add explicit and implicit amounts to calculate total economic cost. Each step ensures you account for both what you pay and what you give up. To recap, economic cost includes both what you pay and what you give up. Explicit costs are cash payments or trades with clear market value. Implicit costs are the value of your next best alternative. Add them together to get the total economic cost. Ready to quiz yourself with the content covered in this video? Check out the link in the description, where you'll find Quizlet content made just for you.